2014 Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Round 16 Curious vs. SOS.
Well, this is going to be a fun one. The reasons you described, the SOS is, you know, a player who plays different styles. He doesn't go into a game usually thinking about this long, elaborate plan. He kind of just plays it as he goes. I feel he's very tempo-based like we saw in the first game, and because of that reason, it's really easy for him to take a look at the map and just play something a little bit different.
I feel like he definitely altered his original plans a little bit that game based upon what he scouted, and was just so smart. Whenever you see someone that has things planned that well, like his understanding so nice, so wow, that's a bad sentence. His like understanding of what's going on in that situation and on that map is so deep.
Yeah.
And in fact, notice that he's going for the same opener here. It feels to me like he probably has like 4 or 5 branches that come off of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's great to see.
And this time he's actually going to be able to attempt a cannon. The probe has been spotted, so he's going to send that drone down to check. But he's made 2 additional drones, so spawning pool's going to be very late. He's going to have to pull a lot of drones if SOS actually commits to this.
You know, cannon rushes like this can be a little bit difficult to pull off because there's not like any really great nooks or crannies, but just the surface area of cannons and putting a bunch of buildings next to each other and the minerals and the hatchery can make it pretty tough. So he might be able to force him to pull a lot of drones down.
He actually he checks the pool timing very specifically. He goes in there with the probe. And is he going to even commit here? Because there's already 2 drones down. I don't think he can.
Well, he's forced him to pull a lot of drones, and this is like the really funny thing about letting the pylon finish, because you might look at that and be like, there's no way he can make this work. But the reason why he can't make it work is because Zerg will pull a bunch of drones, and as soon as Zerg pulls as many drones for this long, a lot of minerals are not being mined.
Yeah. Looks like he's actually going to...
Yeah.
This is so funny because he waits till the last second.
Oh, he messed up that placement really badly.
Yeah.
But no, this is... He's saying, wait a minute, you're trying to not have all your drones down here. That's why I let it finish. So now the drones have to come back.
Drones have to come back here. He's actually going to make a gateway even here. SOS is one of the best cannoners out there.
Certainly.
Ask any pro, they'll tell you that. He doesn't get that second pylon up, and he's going to lose the probe, which hurts.
Sloppy there, but you know, he has 8 lings popping out. This could turn out very, very poorly for him. Oh, he's going to let him finish. Okay.
He's just going to trade against the drones here, it looks like. And you know what? I don't know who gets the better trade here because he's lost so many minerals, but a lot of them lost mine attack, plus the workers killed and all the lings he had to make, so he has less drones, you know, as a result. He's 19 to 15 right now, harvesters. I want to say like SOS got a very slightly better edge of this. What do you feel?
That's actually a hard one. I actually want to say Curious has a little bit of a lead after this, to be honest. And the reason why I'm saying that is for how late this gateway is. See, now Curious just saw how late that gate is. And when a gateway is that late, that opens up a whole wide range of things Zerg can do to abuse it. So, like, maybe at this exact moment he's not ahead.
Okay.
But I feel like because of the slowness of the tech and how slow Warp Gate will be and all following tech will be, I feel like it was a little bit good for Curious. But not. I don't feel like it was huge.
Okay. It's really important for this matchup to, like you said, not focus necessarily on the economy, but also the tech of the Protoss. That was a beautiful pylon placement there.
Very last second.
Yeah. And he's actually probably going to cancel that, but he might wait until the last second of that as well, just to make sure.
Probably wants to send a full health probe down to the wall to sit there. You got to be careful. If lings do end up running in, you're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, that's for sure. And he knows that Curious has quite a lot of those because of the cannons.
So now we get to see what type of strategy does SOS want to do. I'm a little bit nervous for him, to be honest, just because of that slowness of the tech. And the thing is, anything he makes is going to be a little bit slow. And I was just going to say, I'd really like to see a Stargate. And of course, it's SOS, so that's most likely what's going to happen anyways. But I feel like, is this a time for Phoenixes? No. I feel like this is a time to make an Oracle and either go for the normal Void Ray play or be super greedy, because he's going to have to cut something somewhere.
Did you happen to catch Hero's game that he played in Pro League where he was able to just do this really interesting tempo play where he made Warriors attack with them a little bit, then sent Phoenixes in to clean everything else up? It was actually really, really
Which
cool.
map was it on?
I want to say Frost. I think it was cross spawns on Frost.
I think I missed that one.
Okay, well, I don't think we're going to see that necessarily, but something that type of style we could see. It's not really SOS's way of playing. He's actually going to add robotics very quickly here, too.
Okay. Now, this robotics is obviously going to be to grab out Colossus as quickly as possible. And I do believe that we're going to see at least one Void Ray, but again, there is a possibility that he tries to skip something like that, but it's SOS, so I would say no.
Yep, and then he starts it immediately.
He really likes Void Rays in this matchup, and generally speaking, when you go for the Oracle, you're going to want that Void Ray follow-up, because, well, what if they make roaches?
Exactly. And
What's the Oracle going to do for you? He's going to watch the roaches kill you?
That would
Sick
be
move,
very nice.
Oracle. Yeah.
Well, he's just going to ignore this Queen, of course, and target down a lot of drones. The Spore is a bit late here, actually, because he scouted the Stargate in the last second, and he gets away with 7.
He just gets 7 kills off that Oracle. It's so good.
That's unheard of. I mean, you usually do not get that many kills.
Normally what you're looking for is about 4, and then you get out of there. But he was actually, it's surprisingly hard to target the Oracle really, really well on drones when they're stacking up and moving around like that. But,
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
well, I wouldn't call it tough, but, well, that's pretty much what I called it anyways. I'm a chobo. What do you want? But no, I mean, that was good. 7 kills. That Oracle is definitely more than I think what he was thinking he'd get.
Yeah. That Overlord looked death in the eye. Flew right back towards that Void Ray.
As a commentator once said, respect the Void Rays.
Who was that?
And I think it was Brendan? Something like that?
Oh, yeah? Was that who it was?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
But you do have to respect them. The funny thing about how the Void Ray has changed in Heart of the Storm is basically it's good against almost every unit. It's like only not good against Mutalisks and Queens.
Yeah, sometimes Infestors can be okay against them, too.
Yeah, if the Infestors have a little bit of support.
Marines are good against them.
Yeah, well, I just mean for this matchup
Yeah.
specifically, but
I know.
Marines are okay against them if they have stem.
Yeah. But no, it's quite true. You get a lot of Void Rays, and it's a pretty good unit.
It just works so well against the army that the Zerg player tries to make, because Corruptors are to help deal with Colossi, and then if you have Void Rays in the mix, it's very difficult to actually target those down.
Well, right now we just see a lot of Hydralisk production coming out of Curious here. And, no roaches as of yet, and I think that's probably a good call, but the thing is he going to try, like, a roach timing attack or something, I wonder?
Yeah, he could.
That was actually a pretty good tag, by the way.
That was a nice tag. He gets all the drones, meaning that he basically can't. I think he missed 2 drones there, but he can't make his Spire or anything there with those drones.
Those 2 Hydras are my favorite piece of it, because he gets to actually see how many Hydras there are, because he actually ended up bringing them to the rally point anyways.
That's true.
And, that's just going to help him to know exactly what he needs to build. But anyways,
one of the reasons why Hydra's pushed a little bit more popular on this map, I would say, is because the third base is so open. It's really easy to get a nice concave, and it's hard to cross the force field. And plus, they got buffed recently, so they're going to be able to do a little bit more damage.
Indeed. Now, I wonder, it looks by the amount of lings he's making that he might go up for a push, but I'm afraid of this push. I don't know that this is really going to work. Now, most of the gas is actually being spent on Void Rays right now. There's not I think there's 2 Colossus out right now, am I right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the second one just
Okay,
popped.
so actually with the third one popping out, I think, but does he have only 2 sentries? So we don't have a preview monitor
don't
GOM
know.
anymore, so it's actually like, it's hard to catch every single unit.
Yeah, sometimes they just literally aren't shown to us.
It's
so 2 Colossi and 1 Sentry.
He has to have a
second one
right?
behind the Forge.
Okay, yeah. So he has 2 sentries, but notice all the cannons he's making, 5 cannons. Now, I have the sickest, how do I describe my feelings right now? My heart is going pitter-patter, to take some ghost trolling words, for SOS right now. The fact that he's sitting here making mass cannons on a map that doesn't favor him, when he's seen how many Hydras have been made and his Oracle's still doing good scouting, it's just completely brilliant. I don't think he's going to be broken. There's no way.
Well, the Hydras get a good angle to attack the Nexus here.
Indeed. He might be able to... not quite. He's going to back up.
That hurts, man. He's losing a lot of Hydras now already, and with these Colossi, he can easily, hunt them down even. And now Curious has to be on the defensive with 5 additional gateways coming through, plus 1's also finishing.
Fantastic play. But there is a Mutalisk switch incoming. 15 Mutas coming out now. This switch, he might see it reasonably quickly if he's looking because of that nice tag and the Oracle running around. But if he gets into his Phoenixes quick enough, he's going to have a really scary army.
He already has a lot of Stargates, so it's pretty easy for him to make triple Phoenixes.
And guess what? 3 Phoenixes in production. So if he just sits tight and gets a decent amount of Phoenixes, I mean, no unit that Curious has is going to end up doing anything.
Yeah.
He's just countering everything so perfectly.
This is going to be tough to do damage with. He has to do it right now, because the longer it takes, the more Phoenixes are going to get out. He's already adding additional cannons, 3 of them right now. You know, he only has 6 Stalkers, so he's basically going to rely on those Phoenixes, and he's going to have to micro perfectly, basically. Loses 1 there, but he's still making so many that eventually this will be pushed back.
Yeah, this is... Right now, I feel like Curious's heart's probably sinking. He's predicting right now who's going to move on, it looks like. Well, at least he gets a few of these Phoenixes, but what do you do with this composition? 54 Lings, 14 Hydras, 18 Mutas, and you're playing against 4 Colossus and a bunch of Phoenixes, and also already 5 Void Rays. And don't forget, they all have +1.
Yeah. The Oracle has gotten 8 kills and gotten so much information from as well. He just never stopped tagging with that. And Curious is kind of a bit of a desperate move here to take that hatchery to the top right. I don't think that's really going to change this game. And I don't think he's holding this push. All these units are about to be at +2 if they're not already. And
it looks like he's just going for the base trade. And this is the smartest move. Now, for some reason, there is no Mothership Core with the army.
Yeah, he doesn't have one at all.
At home.
Or no, yeah, he does have one. Yeah,
it's in the natural, I believe. Which is definitely a bit of a mistake because, well, you know, Warping Home would have been a little bit quicker, but...
Well, if you can eliminate these Mutalisks, that's the best, the best unit to kill in an elimination race because they're the most mobile and they're flying. But well, he turns around here. He's going to clean up most of the starters. Buys Curious time at home. He's making more Mutalisks. These Zealots are kind of annoying as well.
I guess that's kind of okay to make more Mutas because he has some Corruptors mixed in as well. He's got to commit to 1 tech route and stay it right now and try to overwhelm. And the thing is, he put a hiccup in the economy and he unpowered 2 of the Stargates, which means Phoenix production is going to slow down for a little bit.
Yeah. His push is still scary though. And he's starting to lose some Overlords here. He's got to micro his Corruptors against those Phoenixes, doing a good job of that so far. Additional cannons being made at home as SOS starts to realize, okay, I need to kill him now, and if he tries to go for a base trade, I'll be ready at home. And the Corruptors chase the Phoenixes away, but I still don't think he has enough.
Well, I don't think so either, Wolf. It really looks like this is going to be broken right through, and 4 Colossus still alive. GG. SOS kind of crushing through Curious there.
Yeah, it was a really brilliant play out of him. And
yeah, SOS's play is just so smart. I think he's going to beat life in this next match because, I mean, just think about every little thing he did. He tried to punish Curious with those extra cannons, and it's, kind of came into a funny place. But going for the Oracle into Void Ray, taking the 3rd base while going really, really super fast Colossus, and then scouting that there were a lot of Hydras being made and making a ton of cannons. It was like amazing play. Nothing textbook about it, but it was like perfect counters, and he made every set of units that Curious made, he made them all worthless. Yeah. They just couldn't do anything all game.
In both games, he was just always 1 step ahead of Curious. And so, Curious's builds didn't really work out. He had the counters in both games. Really nice play. And see how well Curious does in that losers match. He might not be getting out today.
No, he may not. Well, we will see. But first, it's going to be Life going up against SOS. Should be a good match. First, though, a commercial break, so don't go anywhere.